I would be in the parking lot and I would be doing a juggling test drill with my father or coach. And I'd be in a line waiting for my turn, and I'd go up and I would start to juggle with my knees and my feet and whatever. And then a big pink Tyrannosaurus Rex, it was like on a hill, so like you couldn't see, like the other side of the soccer field you couldn't see really. And so over the hill would come a big giant Tyrannosaurus Rex, and everyone started running and screaming and trying to leave, but because I was in the middle of my juggling test, I couldn't leave. I had to stay and finish my test. And so I would like constantly have that dream, and I like had it from the time that I was probably like 6 until I was like 15, which I don't know what that means or like why, because I like never, like a dinosaur never showed up to my soccer games, so I don't know why I was constantly dreaming about that. Okay, welcome back. Today, a couple things are changing. I feel like every episode things are going to evolve and change a little bit. So the only difference today is that I'm not taking an edible because I have things I need to do this afternoon, and it is Saturday, and the episode will release on Monday, so in 2 days. I just simply, over the past 2 weeks, have not had time to film. I've been sick and I had 2 work trips. I still don't sound perfect, but bear with me. So today we're going to talk about dreams, like sleeping, dreaming, that type of thing, because I personally have like absolutely insane dreams every night. Every night I remember my dream. It's crazy. I wake up, like, can vividly tell you what happened in my dream. I have always been this way, like forever. I like can remember dreams, like having reoccurring dreams as a child. And so I had posted on the internet this past week and was like, girl, your dreams, more like girl is crazy in your dreams. You're the girl of my dreams? Okay, well, the girl in my dreams, she just peed her pants, all of her teeth are falling out, she's late for an appointment, she can't find her shoes, she had sex with someone she shouldn't have, she can't find her bat and she's on deck, like. And honestly, a lot of people related. And I was like, damn, I didn't realize like so many people had such vivid, crazy dreams like I did. We're going to follow the same format of kind of like asking questions and answering them, giving my thoughts, and then doing some research. But we're also going to like dive into the dreams that these people submitted and said that they have. And I'm going to try to diagnose what that means, because everyone's like, what does it mean? What does it mean? So we are going to read them and then decipher what that dream means. I have no background in dreams. I have no accreditation. I have no certificate. I have no training or schooling in deciphering what dreams mean. But I am going to tell you what your dreams mean today. But I basically want to know, like, when do you dream during sleep? Is there a reason why people dream? Are certain people more receptive to dreams? And then, like, why do some people remember their dreams and other people do not? Because I'm not sure if people, like, just don't dream. I think some people do dream and they just don't remember it. Because, like, your brain is still functioning and active when you're sleeping. So, like, everyone has to have some type of thought while they're sleeping, but not everyone has to, like, not everyone remembers it the next day.
But I just, like, want to talk about my dreams a little bit, the ones that I have that are reoccurring, because I think a lot of people have the same dreams, but they're also very specific. And, like, my dreams that I have are so vivid that, like, they genuinely affect my everyday life because they feel so real to the point where, like, the people in them are people in my everyday life that it affects how I feel about them. It affects how I think about them. And it, like, makes me, like, it genuinely is so crazy how my subconscious can, like, adapt my perception of someone via a dream, and good or bad. Like, there are certain people that I have, like, never ever had a sexual feeling towards, and I'll have a sex dream about them, and then for, like, literally months I have a crush on them. And I'm like, that is insane. I've never thought this way about you. I've never looked at you like that. And then now that I have this dream, I literally have the biggest crush on you. Like, why? And I also, like, why does it feel so real? I've also had times where, like, I've also had times where I have been dreaming and then something happens in real life and I can't decipher whether that was a dream or if that was real life. And this especially happens when I'm drinking. And so, like, I personally do not like drinking a lot. Like, an excessive amount of drinking. I like drinking a drink. I love cocktails. I love beers. I love, like, making cute fun drinks. I cannot drink a lot anymore because it severely affects what I can remember and the blurred line between reality and dream.
It is actually crazy how, like, in college I blacked out all the time, and, like, I'm not proud of that, but also it was college and, like, I was having fun, so, like, whatever. But I would wake up the next morning and, like, have these hazy thoughts in my head of, like, things that I may have thought happened last night, but also they felt more like a dream. And I've also had the reverse, where I've had dreams and I wake up and I feel like that happened the night before, like, in real life, and it wasn't. It was just a dream. And so the blurred line between reality and my dream becomes, like, literally intertwined whenever I'm drinking. So I tend to have my one or two cocktails, one or two beers or whatever, and go on my merry way. And I find that to be beneficial, because if not, like, it truly can, like, I remember facts of things wrong, or like how people treated me wrong, or like different scenarios, I remember them wrong because they're actually dreams and not real life. And I don't know if that's normal. I don't know if that's normal or not. I feel like other people definitely feel this way, because people have vivid dreams, and like there's like people do sleep studies and stuff like that. So I can only imagine that other people have had like kind of had feelings like this before. I highly doubt, like, almost no emotion or human feeling is like singular to one person. So I can only imagine someone else feels this way. That is like kind of the premise of like why I wanted to do this, because like my dreams are actually so insane, and like not insane to where like they couldn't happen in real life, like insane to where they could happen in real life, and that's why they feel so insane, because it feels so real and so realistic. Sorry, I have a frog in my throat. Why is it on his elbow? Do you know that Connor Wood video? It's why is it on his elbow? It's Connor Wood and Brooke Averick's podcast. Why can I not think of what it's called? Oh, BNCMAP. Brooke and Connor make a podcast. It literally is. I said Brooke Averick and Connor Wood's podcast. It's literally called Brooke and Connor make a podcast. And he's talking, and they're talking about dog's arms, and like he has a nail up here, and he goes, "Why is it on his elbow?"
Stuff no one talks about enough. I made a little list. Dog's weird random thumb that's halfway up their arm.
That's it?
Yeah, that's gonna
not
be
halfway up their arm. Looks like a heel.
Okay, so why is it on his elbow?
Did you hear that frog in my throat?
Wait, that wasn't on purpose?
No.
But I genuinely quote that all the time when I have a frog in my throat. Where was I? Where the fuck was I? I literally lost my place in train of thought. I don't remember what I was talking about. I was talking about dreams. Well, yeah, duh, that's the point of the podcast. I was talking about dreams. I was talking about never having a universal experience. Are you guys getting a crotch shot right now? Maybe I should put my leg down. So the first question is like, why do we dream? And I think that we dream because like obviously we're unconscious, but our brains are still active. So like neurons and prohibitors or whatever those things in your brain are called, they are still like active and firing, just like at a lower lower rate or whatever. So I think that's why we dream, is because our brains, like, even though we aren't awake, our brains are still functioning. So like thoughts and things are still happening. Dreams can reflect what is happening in your everyday life. So if things are, people are in your life, they might appear in your dreams. If certain scenarios are happening in your life, that might appear in your dreams. If you're stressed, like your dreams might reflect that you're stressed. Different things like that. So I think that, you know, real life does affect dreams, because I have had some dreams where I'm like, I don't want to wake up. That dream was so good. And I had a dream the other night, it was probably like 2 weeks ago, that I was playing softball again, and I was having fun. And like, I cannot tell you the last time I had fun playing softball. Even like through college, it was so stressful, and I just did not have a good time. And so in my dream, I was like having fun and playing softball. I'm gonna start crying. It literally felt so good. Yeah. And so I like woke up in the morning and was like, I need more time doing that. And so I went back to sleep. This is so embarrassing. Who cries over playing softball in their dream? That girl, get it? Pull yourself together. Now I'm just gonna cry the whole episode. Okay, today's episode is just me crying. That's the whole episode, me just sobbing. I don't know if dreams necessarily mean anything. Like, I know they say like if you're dreaming about like, you know, being pregnant, that might mean someone is like gonna die. Like there's like random like affiliations about dreams and like real life things that people say. I don't personally believe that, because how would that work? I don't really understand how your dream would, you know, kind of like tell the future. But I do have a lot of deja vu dreams, to where I will dream something and a very similar scenario and feeling will arise in my life within the next couple of months. Now, it's not every dream. Not every dream comes real, but a lot of my dreams, and it's always snippets. It's not the whole dream. It's not the whole scenario, but it'll be like a 10-second span that it then happens in my real life. like exactly happens in my real life, and I'm like, oh, I dreamed this. And I do believe that that partially is because I hang out with the same people over and over again, so the same people are in my dreams, therefore like the odds of us having a similar scenario slash conversation are highly likely. But it does make me kind of feel good when that happens, where I'm like, I am in the right place, I am meant to be here, I am exactly where I'm supposed to be. So maybe that does kind of counter my point of like, I don't think dreams can tell the future if I'm saying that I have deja vu because something happened in my dream and then it happens in real life. I might have just countered myself. Yeah, I don't know. I don't necessarily that I believe that I subscribe to the ideal that your dreams mean something, like actively mean something. I think they can just be taken for face value, or like they can mean a overarching thing, like, oh, I've been stressed, my dreams are full of anxiety, therefore that means that I need to take a break. I don't necessarily think they mean something is gonna happen. I think it kind of could just like guide you in like a, oh, I've been sleeping really well, I wake up feeling rested and my dreams are all happy, I need to keep doing that and not looking at my phone before bed. Or I'm dreaming like the last person I look at, happens to me all the time. The last person's like Instagram story that I will look at before I go to bed is in my dream that night. And it'll be the most random people. Like, you know, when you're like scrolling, and you're finally like, I have got to close my eyes. Like, I need to go to bed. This is so bad. Why am I still up at 3 a.m? I need to stop looking at Instagram stories. And it's like your high school prom makeup artist, and then she's in your dream that night. The other question I had was like, are certain people more predisposed to having dreams? I have read somewhere that like depressed people tend to have more dreams. I'm not quite sure, but I have seen that as a depressed person. I'm not a depressed person. I have depression. I'm not depressed. So as a person with depression that manages it really freaking well, might I add, I have dreams all the time. So I do feel like that comes up on my feed. Same thing happened when I was like looking for a couch. I was like searching for couches and just kept talking about couches, and then like literally everything on my TikTok and my Instagram and all my ads in my Instagram stories all about couches. So makes sense. Okay, getting into research. Why do people dream? Okay, this is sleepfoundation.org /dreams. Dreams, why they happen, and what they mean. This is written by Eric Sooney, and it's medically reviewed. This is updated May 2nd, 2024. Key takeaways. Oh, also, Black Friday sale, 15% off a home sleep study. Y'all are so lucky you're not sitting behind me right now because my butt crack is out. Dreams are mental, emotional, or sensory experiences that take place during sleep. Dreams are the most common and intense during REM sleep when brain activity increases, but no one knows for sure why we dream. Damn, no one knows. Nobody knows. Dreaming is normal and healthy, but frequent nightmares can interfere with sleep. Yeah, period, queen. Waking up gradually and journaling your dreams may help you remember them better. Why do you want to remember them better? I don't want to remember my dreams. I want to wake up and think I didn't dream. I want to be like, I closed my eyes and I teleported to the morning. I don't want to be like, I fought battles all night long and now I have to wake up and go log on to my laptop. Dreams are one of the most fascinating and mystifying aspects of sleep. Since Sigmund Freud helped draw attention to the potential importance of dreams in the late 19th century, considerable research has worked to unravel both the neuroscience and psychology of dreams. Despite this advancing scientific knowledge, there is much that remains unknown about both sleep and dreams. Even the most fundamental question, why do we dream at all, is still subject to significant debate. So everyone does dream. It says, everyone dreams. The content of the dreams and their effect on sleep can vary dramatically, change from person to person. Oh, vary, V-A-R-Y, can vary dramatically, they don't very dramatically change, they vary dramatically. What are dreams? Dreams are images, thoughts, or feelings that occur during sleep. Visual imagery is the most common, but dreams can involve all of these senses. Some people dream in color while others dream in black and white. Y'all dreaming in black and white? What? And people who are blind tend to have more dream components related to sound, taste, and smell. That's crazy, where it's heightened the other senses because you can't see. Interesting that still happens in your head. Okay, there's diverse dream types, but typical characteristics of dreaming include it has a first-person perspective, it is involuntary, the content may be illogical or incoherent, the content includes other people who interact with the dreamer and one another, provokes strong emotion, and elements of waking life are incorporated into the content. Why do we dream? On average, most people dream for about 2 hours per night. Dreaming can happen during any stage of sleep, but dreams are most prolific and intense during the rapid eye movement stage. Do dreams have meaning? How to interpret dreams and whether they have meaning at all are matters of considerable controversy. While some psychologists have argued that dreams provide insights into a person's psyche or everyday life, others find their content to be too inconsistent or bewildering to reliably deliver meaning. The next thing, why do I keep dreaming about my ex? What do sex dreams mean? Dreams about teeth falling out. God, I have those all the time. I constantly have dreams that my teeth are falling out. Or they're like loose and I like wiggle them out and I have to wake up and be like, y'all still there? Lucid dreams occur when a person is in a dream while being actively aware that they're dreaming. I have those a lot too. As I'm falling asleep, I will have a dream and then wake myself up. And then vivid dreams involve especially realistic or clear dream content. Bad dreams are composed of bothersome or distressing content. Recurring dreams involve the same imagery. Recurring dreams involve the same imagery repeating in multiple dreams over time. I had a recurring dream as a child that I was at my childhood soccer field, Kendall Park in Scottsdale, Pennsylvania. Shout out! And then I would be in the parking lot and I would be doing a juggling test drill with my father or coach. And I'd be in a line waiting for my turn and I'd go up and I would start to juggle with my knees and my feet and whatever. And then a big pink Tyrannosaurus Rex, it was like on a hill, so like you couldn't, like the other side of the soccer field, you couldn't see really. And so over the hill would come a big giant Tyrannosaurus Rex, and everyone started running and screaming and trying to leave. But because I was in the middle of my juggling test, I couldn't leave. I had to stay and finish my test. And so I would like constantly have that dream. And I like had it from the time that I was probably like 6 until I was like 15. Like, I had it very frequently throughout my entire childhood, which I don't know what that means or, like, why, because I, like, never, like, a dinosaur never showed up to my soccer games. So I don't know why I was constantly dreaming about that. Okay, we're going to go to Reddit. I feel like we haven't really dug deep into Reddit during one of these podcasts yet, which kind of would be really fun to do. This says, it's an r/dreams. This was 2 years ago. It says, why do some people have vivid dreams with detailed memories while others have no recollection of their dreams at all? And then the person said, I feel like I live a whole other life in my dreams sometimes. I remember many of the dreams vividly and with detail. My husband says he can't remember his dreams at all and thinks it's wild that I have so many stories when I wake up. I think it's wild that he doesn't. I wonder why this happens. Okay. Some people have someone has an opinion that your creativity level and like how often you use like creative skills in the daily life affects how you remember your dreams. Like, some people don't play imaginary stuff in their head. Some people don't make up scenarios like that during the day. Some people aren't like rehashing fights in the shower with new conversation. Like, some people just don't do that. Like, that's not fun for them. That's not enjoyable. But this one said, like, the next comment, someone else responded and was like, I would love for this to be the explanation, but I just don't think so because I am not creative at all, yet I have super vivid dreams. So, okay, this one says their dreams are a portal through which they receive guidance and other communications. I just like don't know if I believe that. I do not think that my dreams are communicating to me, because if they are, like, please stop. Please stop sending that communication, because it is not good and I'm not having fun in my dreams. Someone says they started remembering their dreams after they started Prozac. Okay, well, the other place said that everyone dreams. Some people just don't have as good memories. It does say that it is like you're more likely to remember your dreams if you wake up frequently throughout the night. And I wake up very frequently throughout the night, so maybe that's why I have such vivid like memories of my dreams, because I'm waking up every couple of hours, just like for a couple seconds or whatever to roll over. But I am waking up very frequently throughout my sleep. Let's look up meanings of dreams. Meanings of dreams. Oh, let's go to dreamdictionary.org. Common dreams: height dreams, teeth dreams, old friends, celebrities, flowers, rings, flying, cell phones, ears, and gifts from the dead. Animals in dreams, nightmares, dead babies, being ignored, death, being lost, intruders, falling, different symbols. I want to see what the teeth one says. Teeth dreams. Teeth falling out in your dreams. Find the true meaning. If there was a race for the most unsettling dream symbol in the world, teeth dreams take first place by a landslide. Teeth dreams are one of the most searched symbols on Google. That's crazy. Teeth in dreams is one of the oldest translated known symbols, dating back as far as ancient Egypt. So people in ancient Egypt were having these same dreams about teeth that I was having last night. Wild. As the saying goes, when someone is making something very difficult, it's like pulling teeth. Dreams have a funny way of sending us messages in metaphors as if you should examine your stubborn ways. The definition to pull is to exert force on someone or something, as well as to cause movement towards oneself. If you may want to reflect what areas of your life you are exerting force that is causing you distress. If you were struggling to pull out a broken tooth, it can alter the meaning. Pulling your own teeth might also bring your attention to speech or lack thereof. It would mirror trying to force something out of you that you don't want to admit within yourself. Okay, this one says rotting teeth. I was gonna say, my teeth aren't rotting. My teeth, I'm not pulling them out. Like, they are just loose in my mouth, falling out. They are not cavity ridden. I am not jiggling them. I am not getting hit by anything. They literally are just like, oh, this tooth is loose. Boom, falls out. Maybe that means like I'm loose. I don't fucking know. The dreams can be quite alarming. Teeth decay. Rotting teeth in dreams could symbolize our anxieties and fears that we're repressing deep down inside of us. How we feel on the inside might now be visible to others on the outside. Interesting. Broken, chipped, or crooked. So a broken, chipped, or crooked tooth could relate to insecurities, past traumas, recent experiences of failure, rejection, loneliness, social anxiety, and negative beliefs about yourself or perfectionism. Connecting things falling apart in your... Okay, so teeth falling out in dreams. This is what happens to me. Not rotting, not pulling them out. They're just falling out. They're just loose in my mouth. Connecting things falling apart in your life, whether it be your relationships or the loss of people who were once close to you. Investigating how you speak if you are not true to yourself. Clues in the dream are the people who are around you, location, or if you were looking in the mirror, hinting at self-reflection. I can't remember if I'm normally with people or not when I have these dreams. I feel like they're more so like, yes, I am out in the world, but I am not with people. I am like out and about, but like not directly next to someone. It's more like myself. But I don't believe I'm ever looking in the mirror. I don't do that. But a lot of the times in my dreams, I am like an omniscient figure, looking from a bird's eye view of what is happening. And I am also a person in the dream. So like I am experiencing the feelings from my perspective, but my view and like eyesight is of me. So like how you are looking at me right now, that's how I would be in my dream, but I would be feeling and doing the things that I'm doing. Yeah. So that's how I dream normally. Okay, now there's just a picture of teeth in someone's hand. So it's weird that there's no section about college softball because a lot of my anxiety dreams are about that. Whether I have to run the conditioning test, or I'm late for a practice, or coach called me into their office without any warning, or I am up to bat next and I can't find my shoes, or I am like literally like on the bench like not playing and then coach is like, hey, get ready to play, and I don't have my uniform with me. That one happens a lot. Weird that there's no section in dreamdictionary.org for Morehead State softball dreams, because I feel like pretty frequently I have those. So now these are submissions of your dreams of people on TikTok. These are all comments from a TikTok video that I posted. This one has about 2,000 likes on it, and it says, she's still in high school and just found out about a class she's been forgetting the entire semester. So that means that you were probably really cool in high school and you had a lot of stuff going on, and so you couldn't have been bothered with class, and you were too busy doing other things that were way more fun than class. So I think that you're probably just like really cool and all is good. Okay, this one has like 1,000 likes and I thought it was crazy. She's driving her car from the back seat somehow. Driving your car from the back seat probably means that you spend a lot of time in the back seat of cars, possibly getting laid. So that means that you're also really cool and everything's fine. Oh my gosh, okay, multiple people commented this and said that they have a pet that they forgot they had and haven't fed in months. So I think that that means like you're really busy, probably doing other really cool things, and you're probably fine. She needs to call 911 but can't press the right buttons, and Siri doesn't understand. Oh, so that's interesting because a phone comes into play here. So needing to call 911, that means something bad has happened. Bad, really bad. Calling the police, who I love.
I'm like laying on the floor hyperventilating because
Oh,
I'm like, this guy's
yeah.
gonna kill me. I get the phone out and I call the police, who I love.
Okay, Caleb, Heron, you guys know. Like, that probably means that someone around you is having a really hard time, but you're not having a hard time because you're the one calling 911, and you, like, have been off the grid for a while, so you don't really remember how to use your phone because you're, like, really just, like, cool and nonchalant about it. So I think that's probably what that means. She pooped in public, and she keeps wiping, and it just gets more and more messy somehow. So that is kind of like the classic, it's like wiping a marker.
I'll wipe, and I'll wipe, and I'll wipe, and I'll wipe 100 times. Still poop, still poop.
Let me check that.
It's like I'm wiping a marker or something.
I think that probably means that you need to, like, invest in some, like, wet ones wipes, probably. Oh my god. Okay, this one from Kirsten says she's working her serving shift and has 5 10-top tables, but she's dyeing her hair pink in the bathroom instead of greeting them. It's been 30 minutes and they still don't have water. She is so stressed about it, but she's still dyeing her hair. Clearly, she's cool and can't be bothered by the 5 10-tops, which is crazy. And she has other priorities. And so it's like, yeah, she might be a little bit stressed, but like when she does greet them, she's going to be beautiful with pink hair. So like it kind of all evens out. They're fine. They'll be fine without water for 30 minutes. Like, it's all chill. This one just says, and she has a newborn. And she has a newborn for some reason. She keeps trying to punch an attacker and her arms have no bones. So what I think that one means is that, okay, skinny girl, no waist. This one says, she may or may not have a baby and she can't find it and she's lost in the hospital and also doesn't want the baby, but she has to find it or she'll go to jail. Hey, honestly, so valid. Like, yeah, I couldn't totally understand why you would be worried about that. Hear me out. Like, the baby's in the hospital. It'll be fine. Someone will find it. You're cool. Like, you're chill. Like, literally do not worry about it. Like, just, like, take some like, Instagram pics of the bracelet on your wrist and post them for attention and then move on with your life. She also just found out she's pregnant, but then somehow already has the baby, but lost it in the house somewhere. So what I think that one means is that maybe just like try Marco Polo. Just like start yelling Marco, Marco, and then see like when the baby responds, then you'll be able to find them and like that'll be fine. I could go through this comment section for hours. And also, please don't take anything that I said about these dreams seriously. That was all improvised, if you couldn't tell. I was making jokes. I was, so what I was doing there, it was called, it's like improvisation, and I was trying to, like, you know, take what people were saying and then, like, react to it in real time and give, like, a funny little response. So if you liked that, just let me know. I can do more or less depending on your feelings towards it. But that concludes our time today. Thank you so much for tuning in again. If you have any suggestions for upcoming episodes, things that you would like to hear my thoughts on or learn more about, please drop them in the comments. If you've had any crazy dreams like these, please drop them in the comments. I am loving reading these. I think they're so funny just to hear the dreams that other people have had, like how they vary so differently but are also like under the same umbrella as the dreams that I've had. So that concludes our episode. Thank you so much. I will see you guys in 2 weeks.